Hi.
What's this? This is an interesting thing, isn't it?
So it's a cheap little box we got from PriceSmart.
And it's quite nicely made.
It's nice.
Wooden box.
Has
Looks
some
like a book.
hinges.
And I am often using things like this for pen cases and making them into things.
Yeah.
But you found this, and then what did you make?
Well, I
Other than the cat.
am a huge D&D nerd. I love that kind of thing. So I built a dice box.
A dice box? What's a dice box?
A dice box is basically a place where you roll dice. So
Scout is helping.
if we take a peek inside, I have all my dice stored in here. I have my little jar of fancy dice and a little bag that has some dice as well, so we can pour those out.
Oh, so what do you do with a dice box? You just roll your dice into it?
Yeah.
So they don't go on the floor?
Yeah.
Is this a common thing in D&D world?
Yes.
It is.
It's
But not necessarily a book.
good for storing your dice, and you can just roll that's a 5, and then that's a 3, and then ooh, that's a 12.
Oh, okay.
So it's easy. It makes it not quite as loud because rolling it on wood is fairly loud, but then
You drop it in there.
yeah.
So you started off with a raw box, and what did you do?
So I was bored and had scraps of materials.
And this is a fake leather.
Yeah.
Faux leather. Right?
So how it started was we went to PriceSmart,
Got a box.
got the box, and this little star doohickey. So,
That was just a piece of wood.
yeah, so I painted it silver with some gunmetal gray paint I have.
And that was stuff you used for painting Warhammer figurines?
Yeah.
And
So
Army Painter, was it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And
then you glued it on? Or
Yeah.
you painted it first and then you glued it on?
Well,
or did you paint that up? What did you do?
I first painted it, and then I didn't glue it on.
Right.
So the first thing I did was I glued on some little strips of foam core.
So make it
to-
look like the spine of a book.
Yeah. And then I just glued on some
Fake
fake leather. I tightened it pretty well. It was slightly too small, so it couldn't wrap.
You had to
so I had to.
You made some corner strengtheners.
So
And you added little pieces to cover up the part that wasn't didn't quite fit. That looks actually
janky
really good.
stuff.
The janky stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And then this looks like an old-fashioned antique binding spine.
Yeah.
And there's stuff. And then you put, what is it, Mod Podge?
Mod Podge.
Did you paint this at all?
Yes, I did a few layers of Mod Podge till it looked nice, and then I dry brushed it with some white.
Right.
And then I dry brushed it with some lighter brown.
And you painted the edges gold to look like an antique book also. And you added a little bookmark.
Yeah. So, and
I see that. And then you put marbleized paper in there.
yes, that's a very nice detail.
And a soft piece of felt.
Yeah.
And you added some little Mod Podge bits here and there so it looks kind of gross.
Well, that's not Mod Podge. That's liquid latex.
Liquid latex.
And you may not have noticed, but there's actually fleshy bits.
They do feel kind of gross.
They were fun to make.
And you made a little eye that's looking at
I
you.
just
So it's
like-
like a haunted magical book.
Yeah, it's inspired by the Necronomicon, which
Right.
is, I'm pretty sure it was first in H.P. Lovecraft's
Love and also
it's something like that.
also
But-
you see books in like Harry Potter or things like that
Yeah,
that have
just
magical
like
properties.
fleshy books and stuff. So I was like, I want to do that. So I did.
That's really cool.
By just dabbing on a bunch of liquid latex.
And it feels really nice.
Yeah. It looks pretty good, I think.
I think it turned out really well.
It was really fun.
So when you go to your D&D game, you'll take this with you?
Yes.
And you'll store your dice in it when you're not using it.
Yep.
And
I'm gonna probably make some more variations for fun.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe I'll have like 30 billion eventually.
because you have a couple more that you're going to make
Yes,
some
I
boxes.
have about 2, so I just need to get some more materials, and then I can make some books,
Yeah, but you could also
which will be fun.
use different fabrics, not necessarily fake leather.
You can do all sorts of things, which is super fun, because you can just make fancy old books.
And so you used Mod Podge, liquid latex, wood, fake leather,
Yes.
and marbleized papers and felt, right?
And paper.
And foam core to do these.
And
ones.
regular paper.
Regular paper.
There's
Oh, that's regular paper there, and you just painted it silver.
Yeah. Honestly, it's very janky. Like,
Actually, though, well, no, it actually has an ancient look to it.
Yeah.
Like you said, janky, but that actually adds to it in some way. It makes
Oh,
it
yeah.
look like it's a very old,
Honestly,
beat up ancient book of some
it
form.
was all just like, I have these random bits of stuff, and I'm gonna just throw them together.
Because
So,
you
yeah.
like making things,
Say,
just like I like making.
around the star, you can kind of see that there's some leather.
Mhm.
That was just because I had trouble painting the sides of the star, so I just decided to cover them up instead.
And in some way, it looks like somebody might have at one time taken a bit of material and repaired the old book that they had. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, so it actually makes it look more authentic.
It's pretty janky, and like I actually did purposefully scratch up
Yeah.
some areas.
Yeah.
Like you can see there that there's
Just
a
wear and tear.
scratch.
Mm-hmm.
What I did to do that was I just scratched it with my knife really deep,
Oh, okay.
and then I put more Mod Podge over it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so overall it's
Really cool.
janky but
I
fun.
think it is. Yeah, and you just store stuff in it there so you don't lose it. And you bought this little bag the other day when you bought these incense sticks, right?
Which you will probably see in the other video
Yeah.
about this little fella.
Oh yeah, our little pen holder here
Yeah.
from coppertis.woo.
Very fun.
Yeah.
But overall, this, I'm pretty happy with it.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you going to make the same idea, or are you going to do something completely
I'm
different?
probably gonna do something different with this.
But it's going to be the same concept. but
yeah, where it's a dice box.
Won't look the same, right?
It won't look the same, but it's gonna be a dice box.
each one will be unique,
Yeah.
right? Or you
And-
could actually store cards and things. In
Oh
there.
yeah, you can store whatever. Like
Pokemon cards or Magic the Gathering cards.
yeah, if people wanted.
You could put your Magic the Gathering deck in there.
Ooh, yeah, I could also put pens in it.
Ooh,
You could custom make one to be designed for pens,
you could. It holds a pen.
and that would be fun. So,
Kind of a
honestly, they're just fun to make, and they look pretty.
yeah. How long
like-
did it take you to make that? A couple days.
About like 2 days of just messing around,
Experimenting, learning as you go.
just kind of doing stuff.
Yeah. Mhm.
It turned out good. Yeah.
I think it turned out really well.
One little happy accident.
Oh, happy accidents are the best.
Yeah. If you look, it looks like it's been opened so many times that it's been creased. That's just because when I put the Mod Podge on
It creases.
this area, I was like, okay, time to do the inside and glue on this stuff.
right.
And then when I pulled it back, it was like
Cracking,
that.
but that actually makes
But
it
that
look
makes it look good, so I continued to do that intentionally.
wear and tear. Yeah,
to make it all look
because
pretty.
old leather bindings would sort of crack and dry out and shrink. Yeah.
And I put washes on the inside to make it look grimy, like a
Dirt.
bunch of those streaks and stuff.
Somebody spilled a coffee in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to make.
Mm-hmm.
And tutorial coming soon. That's a joke.
I know. Yeah. We're not going to do a tutorial, but actually it turned out really well.
They're fun.
We'll maybe show you what you do next. If you do a couple more of
Yeah.
these, we can do another video about that because it's always fun to see what people are making.
Yeah, honestly, if you guys have anything you're making, tell us about it in the comments.
Do you play D&D?
Yeah, like send
Do
us.
you play Warhammer? Do you play Magic the Gathering? Let
Just
us know.
tell us any of your hobbies and anything you make.
Yeah.
We're interested to hear.
And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up
Yeah,
and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
it helps us a lot.
We do weird things like
Yeah.
mostly pens, inks, paper,
Random stuff.
little random things like this beautiful pen stand from
We love-
coppertis.woo,
we
or
love
odd
art.
little things that we make on our own like pen cases and books for dice.
We love art and pens.
Yeah. So anyway, I hope you have a great day.
Yeah. Have
Thanks.
a great day, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.